What's up, sports fans? I'm Rene Garza Jr.
Freddie Guevara.
And welcome to another special episode of Tailgate 956, a show that covers sports across the Valley and the Lone Star State. Now, as you can tell, we have a special guest here. But before we jump into it, let's give a shout out to our sponsors. Apogee Comics, the best in independent comic books. If you're looking for a great read, make your next comic book Apogee. Visit Apogee Comics all throughout social media and on their website at www.apogeecomics.com.
And Rick's Auto Shop for all your auto repair needs.
Located in Brownsville and Indiana Street. Yeah.
And we have a new sponsor here by Charlie Towers Plumbing Services.
Mhm.
Well, we'll go ahead and provide the number and everything on our website.
Definitely. Now, as you can tell, there's only three of us right now.
What's going on,
You'd like
guys?
to introduce yourself, my good
Yes,
sir?
of course. Yes, my name is Brian Superman Ramos. Nice to meet all of you. It's a pleasure, truly.
And it's great to have you here today on
Thank
the
you
show.
very much.
man.
Yes, thank you very much.
And also, you have a great talent here.
Of course, yes. God is very good to me. I was
Yes.
able to have my first amateur fight about not so long ago. It was about a month and some days ago, and the proof is in the pudding, of course. You know, mainly the reason that why I won is not me. It was all Jesus. You know, so I have to give him all the glory while I'm here.
Yeah, great.
Yeah,
yes.
but hard work came from that
Right.
too.
Hard work came from that.
Like you said, proof is in the pudding.
Yes.
Yeah, the hard work and determination and want that will.
Yes,
that
of
talent,
course.
yes, definitely.
Of course.
Definitely. So, what got you into boxing? What got you?
Yeah,
the
yeah.
gloves.
What really riled me up.
Yeah.
No, yes. Well, mainly why I started boxing, Rene and Freddie, was because really I've been an athlete my whole life. I've been playing soccer since I was a kid. My first main sport was soccer. I had a Cristiano Ronaldo's jersey and everything, you know. That was when I was like younger, you know. And then you grow up a little bit and then you want to play another sport. I started playing basketball. I had a James Harden's jersey. I don't know if y'all know who James Harden is.
Oh,
With the beard, he would always
the beard,
Yeah. yes. And that was mainly it through high school. And then the thing is, I was like a multi-sport athlete. You know what I'm saying, bro? So I would like football season come around, boom, it was time for football, and then soccer season came around, time for soccer, and then same thing with basketball. Like I never really stuck to one sport. But looking back on it, I should have. You know, I had a teacher that told me, "Hey, why don't you just stick to one sport?" And at the time, was I shrugged him off. You know, like whatever.
Yeah.
But I should have stuck to one sport. So I got out of high school. And I didn't get any offers or anything like that to play bigger sports. So I just stayed lifting, stayed fit. Eventually I saw a local boxer by the name of Omar Juarez El Relámpago.
Oh,
And
shout out.
yeah, shout out to Omar Juarez El Relámpago and Juarez Rolos Promotions. You know, I really like what they're doing. And I would love to eventually be signed by them. You know, that's one of my dreams, which I'm going to make sure I do everything I can to make it happen. You know, I like what they're doing. I would love to be signed by them and to be under their promotion. So when I saw him boxing, I'm not going to lie, I was like, wow, he's doing something really good with the sport. I want to see if I could do something really good too, you know?
Something like a calling.
Yeah, I really felt something in my heart just telling me to do it right. So he's one of the reasons why. Mainly my inspiration to box is El Canelo.
No.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I'm just like every other Mexican boxer, dude.
Oh,
Of
yeah.
course.
Well, hey, the proof is there too. I mean, hey.
Your
There you
inspiration
go.
and the dream to go.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's-
He really like made my heart start pumping, bro. He's my inspiration to box. But really my role model is Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah, he's really the one that I really look up to. Like if I were to have anybody's poster on my wall, it would be Floyd Mayweather's.
Two of the best.
Yeah, it would be Floyd Mayweather's.
Yeah.
Mainly I started boxing, bro. Yes, because I was inspired, but also for fitness. Yeah, just to be able to change it up. I was doing a lot of weights, and I just wanted to switch it up a bit, but I stuck to it. I started boxing I still remember everything. I started boxing December 2020, and ever since then, it just stuck to it. It used to be every single day.
So you already have like 4 years already that you stuck.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah, and for me, it's a lot of boxers. You know, like everybody's different. You know, everybody's different. A lot of boxers, they'll say everybody's different, and I mean, everybody has a different fingerprint to start off. You know, so everybody's different.
Yeah.
So some people, they like to train only when it's time to fight. me, pues I like to train every day, bro.
I can see how that. I mean, yeah. Just, I mean, of course, your body, of course, needs some rest. I would say,
of course, yes.
But I mean, I agree with hard work. I mean, seeing as Cristano's one of your favorites.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you get stuff from him too, because he's an all everyday thing. Like he wasn't naturally born like that, but he worked hard to get to where he is right now. I mean, yeah, I can see where you get that from.
Yeah, no, I like to train every day, Rene. Every day. So like Monday through Saturday, I'm training. I work full time. And I know eventually I'm gonna be a full-time boxer. Mm-hmm. When that time comes, it'll come.
Yeah, of course.
I believe in God, so I trust very much in God's timing. I believe that God's timing is perfect. There's a perfect time for everything. A lot of times we like to force things. I'm one of those people that I like to force it.
Anxious. You want it.
You want it's like A, B, and C, but you want to get the C already.
There could be
championships.
There you go. There could be a square shape right here, and I'll get the triangle, and I'll just
try to fit it in. It's gonna fit.
It's gonna fit because I know it can fit. Just angle it in there.
Yeah, I hear you. But when the time is right, everything will go.
Everything will smooth. But the thing is, you have the will and you have the drive.
Exactly.
You have that, that ganas to keep on pursuing, and you're not gonna stop no matter what.
And the passion, I can see that you have a lot of positive.
Positivity
is very important.
Yeah, definitely. You have that fire in your eyes, that drive to run and to keep on going, and that's great. That's great to have as a fighter, definitely.
Yes. And your last fight was about a month ago. You were saying
my last fight was about a month ago. It was actually here in this city. I'm from Brownsville, Texas. I was born in Matamoros, Tamaulipas. So there's a lot of boxers that they say they're Mexican boxers, but they're like
I'm a Mexican boxer.
Like I'm actually from Mexico,
Yeah.
I spent some years of my life over there. So yeah, I came over here a while back. I just had my first fight. It was here in McAllen. It was an amateur fight, and I had been preparing a lot for it. It was. All my fights are important to me. Even my sparrings,
Well, it's true.
My sparrings are very, very important to me.
The way you practice is the way you're gonna perform.
Yeah. And we seen a couple of videos on your YouTube. You also have a YouTube page following your journey.
Yes, of course. I'm gonna take the time, to shamelessly plug my YouTube.
No shame. Plug it in. Go ahead, plug it in.
To Brian Ramos Show. Ladies and gentlemen, please make sure that you like, you comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if y'all want to check me out on Instagram too, Brian IRZ, BRYAN, like November, IRZ. And then on Facebook, of course, Brian Isaac Ramos. Make sure that y'all show me some love. I'm rocking with y'all, and I hope that y'all are rocking with me, which is why I'm very happy to be a part of this show. I met them in Tank's fight. Mm-hmm. I saw they were interviewing Tank, and I asked them for the YouTube channel, and I had seen, I don't know y'all too well, but sometimes you can just tell when some people are good and nice, and I knew that I wanted to do a show with y'all.
We just want to help and promote, and especially, a lot of fights out there, a lot of fighters need that, and it's a great sport.
It's a great sport, yes.
We need to go ahead and support it as much as possible, especially here in the Valley, to support fighters like yourself, to go ahead and be able to fulfill whatever it is that you can do, all your potential. Because sometimes I see a lot of fighters where they don't get what they need. Sometimes money, unfortunately, they get stuck somewhere because, the popularity. And it's sad to see that, because there's a lot of potential that goes with it.
Definitely. And we just want to, give them a voice, give them the show, give them the platform that, hey, you know what? You guys, there's skills here. There's fighters here. There's definitely.
We want to show you what you're missing.
The fight scene here in the Valley is it's strong.
It's booming.
Yeah, it's booming.
It's booming a lot.
There's a lot of great fighters out there. Perfect example.
No, yes, there's a lot of. I've seen a lot of great fights. Like last time that we saw, in the event that we saw
really good
a lot of great fights. Relamparo was there. Great fight.
Great
fighter, and I can see why you would want to go ahead and would definitely work with that organization.
Yeah, Jose Luis Infante Jr.'s fight as well. Also, as Tony the Tank.
This is not his interview, but we've talked it over. Infante is a very good fighter, and Tank as well.
Y'all gotta have me over for some breakfast over there.
Para campeones.
Great food, definitely.
We'll definitely want to see that happen. Definitely.
Of course, yes. And yeah, so going back to the amateur fight,
Yes, go back
my
to-
amateur fight was about a month and a couple of days ago, and it was my first amateur fight. I had been preparing so much for it. I prepared so much for it. I had been sparring a lot. I'm always sparring. So going back to what we're, yeah.
It's good. It's good. Sparring is important. So you gotta keep those tools sharp.
How did the fight go though? Considering in your perspective,
yes.
how did it go? Did it go the way you wanted it to, or did some things didn't work, or that you felt that you want to work on it?
Yeah, so I'll break it down. So the first round, God is so good to me. The first round, they said I threw the first punch. You know, I always try to throw the first punch. You know,
Get the first
yeah,
licking.
yeah.
The first blood. Yeah.
So the first punch, some of my friends went to go watch the fight. They said that the first punch you could hear it all throughout the walls. You know, it was a right hook, pop. And I have the video and everything. Y'all can go watch the video on my YouTube channel, Brian Ramos Show. Once again, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, they said that the first punch you could hear it all throughout the walls, and it was a good first round. The first round was good. It had gone just as we practiced, because you work hard. It shows off when it's time to
Exactly. Yeah.
to work hard. And then the second round was interesting because the second round I did take a good shot. So there was two punches that I remember really good. The first one was a right cross right to the nose.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think that's what it affected you the most.
Yeah, it's like right here.
Ooh,
Boom.
yeah, you're gonna remember that one.
Yeah.
You're gonna remember that.
I feel that one in the next morning.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the one that I do remember. But the thing is you have so much adrenaline going at the time. The blood's pumping, the people are watching. You have a lot to fight for, so you just shake it off. You shake it off. The thing is, that wasn't the punch that got me an 8 count. So then after that, I shake it off. I keep going, and then I just feel a right hook.
Right in the temple.
Right hook, which didn't stumble me. I wasn't like Bambi. It didn't stumble me or nothing. Didn't drop me. The Lord Jesus is my strength, so that's why I wasn't dropped. It wasn't anything to do with me. So I felt a good right hook. Before I know it, 5. I'm like, what's going on? Right, 5, 6. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, all right, I'm cool.
Get back in position.
I'm cool. I'm cool. But the thing about, which is good, it's good. The thing about amateurs is that if they see that you get hit by a good punch, they give you some time to relax. Because at the end of the day, boxing is a very dangerous sport, bro.
It is.
It's a dangerous sport. It's a very dangerous sport, and mainly because you get hit to the head a lot.
Yeah.
That's what they say. You don't play boxing.
No, and then getting hit from behind is one of the most dangerous things. So you have to watch out for all that.
Yeah. So I was fine with it. I'm like, okay, you want to give me an 8 count? That's fine. I accept it. I respect it. And I just shook it off. Like, you can even see it in the fight. I go watch my YouTube video.
Yeah.
Before I know it, I see the guy. I see the ref. 5, 6. So I'm just there. Like, all right, cool. Like, you can see my body is ready to go because I didn't feel anything. To be honest with you, I didn't feel anything. But okay, I took it, and then that was the second round. By the second round, Tank was actually there at the fight. Tank was actually there at the fight. He was there with my dad. Third round, I was like, I'm gonna finish it off. I have to give it everything. So third round went pretty good. I got in. I think the most highlight of that round was a triple jab, or like 4 jabs all in one time. Yeah, they said that's what really distinguished me before the judges, man. And after that, it went good. My hand was raised, and I had to get down on my knees. I humiliated myself before Jesus. I'm a strong believer in Jesus.
That was good,
I believe in God. So I humiliated myself before Jesus Christ. And the funny part is that before the fight, Tank told me, "Hey, bro, if you win the fight, I'm gonna give you a ticket to my fight." But right after the fight, what does he do?
Ticket.
Yeah.
I was cracking up big time. So yeah, it was a good fight. It was a good fight, and I'm happy.
Yeah, sounds good. So the biggest hiccup that you saw that was the second round, and after that, it went as well as you predicted, as well as you practiced. Everything went smooth. Yeah, I mean, it's like you said too. Adrenaline's pumping, everything's going. People, and sometimes the crowd are bigger than others, and that makes a lot of difference too.
It does make a great difference.
It could be good and or bad,
But the thing is yeah, dude. No, the thing about going to a boxing match, which I'm sure y'all felt it when y'all went to Tank's fight. you can feel the electricity in the air.
Oh yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
You can once you pull up, it's a different feeling than going to a concert
Oh, definitely.
because lives are on the line.
Oh yeah.
You pull up and you just like, oh, it feels like.
No, everyone's
the
intense.
tension and
Everyone's locked
everything.
in. There are people are training for months on end
Yeah.
just for that one
Yeah,
night to get face off against another opponent who's been training as much or probably even twice as much as him.
You know, you never know.
You never know how the night's gonna go.
Yeah, you don't know.
One sweet hit to the chin, to the temple, lights out.
But that's what makes it everything. It makes it a sport. It makes it interesting. And on top of that, the respect each one deserves.
Each
respect
fighter,
everybody's fighters.
Yeah,
Because they've been through their own scenarios. But speaking, I love your mental state of how you take everything, all fights, practice, and everything. Because honestly, that's what differentiates and makes the difference. Practice. The way you practice is the way you're gonna perform.
Definitely.
And you practice. I mean, you can't get worse, right?
The only way you can get worse is if you just completely
just stop. I mean, maybe you should just not. No, get out. Get out now. Get out. If you don't get better after practice, okay, maybe. But
for real.
I mean, practice. Of course, that's a good mental state to have, and to go ahead and just continue, and the positivity too, especially in boxing.
Definitely.
Yes. So that went really good, and I was gonna have a fight in March 1st, but no, that fight got canceled. It was gonna be that fight was gonna be in Omar Figueroa's gym. Known as the Heartbreaker. He's a lightweight. I don't know if y'all have heard about him. World champion. He's a really good boxer. And the fight got canceled.
Where's that? Where was that gonna be at?
I think it was gonna be in Westlaco.
Yeah,
Westlaco, and then that fight got canceled. There was gonna be a fight on March 8th, which I had planned on going, but God is good to me, so I'm gonna go to Vegas. I'm gonna be in Vegas during that time.
Yeah. Relaxing, celebrating that win.
I'm happy for that. And God first, right? God first. I'm gonna stop by the Mayweather gym, see if I can say what's up to Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, cool.
That's interesting.
That'd be real
gotta show us pictures. Send us pictures that way.
Yeah,
we'd love to post them on our website.
Okay, yes, of course.
Brian,
Hey.
as you told us, you're a Floyd Mayweather fan.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that today is Floyd Mayweather's birthday.
It is Floyd Mayweather's birthday.
Any message to Mayweather to this one, please?
Yes, of course. Hey, Floyd, what's going on, man? I look up to you a lot. I see what you have overcome in life, and that pushes me to overcome in life too. I'm young, I'm hungry, and I'm determined. And whenever I see your story coming up in life, that just motivates me too. And you're my role model. You're a role model to a lot of people, but you're my role model. You're only my role model. Yes, and I know one day I'm gonna meet you, and I'll be part of the money team.
Cash money, baby.
Yeah.
To be a part of that organization, it would be. I mean, that would be amazing, right?
God first.
And hey, anything is possible. Especially like I said, with that mentality, with that support, with everything. I'm just truly excited. But although your fights did get canceled, or do you have another one coming up?
Yes, I do. This is gonna be actually a little more out of town. What I've seen is that, sadly, they don't do a lot of fights in Brownsville. No,
they don't.
They don't. Most of them are here in McAllen. So what I'm seeing is that the next fight is gonna be in San Antonio.
It's gonna
be nice, a bigger city, better competition.
Cool.
Yeah. There's a lot of competition everywhere. We've heard fighters say it's San Antonio.
Yes,
San Antonio. I guess there's a lot of fighters over there.
There is. I mean, it's a bigger city too. So I'm excited. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be March 29th.
March 29th.
Yeah, we'll feel you guys.
Where at?
I still don't know the exact details, but definitely when I get more details, I'll make sure that.
And we'll go ahead and post it
on
our site, so we can go ahead and find the support and go ahead and try to get we'll try to definitely be there. I mean, it's a little bit further than we'll travel, but we would love to go ahead and we'll go ahead and see. Yeah. Now, if they post definitely let us know if they're gonna
Yeah.
post a video or they have it on a certain streaming channel.
Yes,
So we can
no.
go ahead and try to go ahead and
definitely push your fight out there.
Yeah,
you
no.
know,
I've
let
been,
people know.
yeah, I've been thinking about live streaming the upcoming fights. I've had people ask me, hey, bro, you know, where can I watch the fight? So I'm definitely, God first, be live streaming the next fight.
Okay,
That
that's good.
sounds
That's
good.
good. That's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
So going back to your first fight, do you see any flaws within that match that you feel like you're gonna work on for this upcoming fight?
Yeah, bro. I mean, taking that right to the face, you know.
Yeah.
More, I guess, work on defensive.
Work on defensive, work on the guard a bit.
Yeah, it's like I put in my face like.
Go ahead.
Feel free to hit the face.
Yeah, one of those like I don't want to block with my face no more.
I don't want to block
I don't want to block with my face.
Yes, no. So, yes, that's the good thing about everything in life. You know, you learn in life. You know, a lot of times they say that the wise man is he who realizes that he knows nothing in life. You know,
Yep.
Because only a fool thinks he knows everything, and
Exactly.
and only a wise man can admit he's a fool. And you know, I believe that I'm a fool sometimes. You know,
Because you learn from your mistakes.
yeah.
And I mean, the whole point is not for you to make the same mistake again and again and again. It's to acknowledge it, get better at it, and do better next time.
You know, yeah. So that is why I'm saying, you know, sometimes I'm a fool. You know, I think I'm human only. I'm only human, right?
Of course.
I think I know it all sometimes. You know, I think I know it all sometimes, and I don't. So I live and I learn. And that's why I like sparrings. You know, that's why I like competition, because you see where you can get better. You see where you can get better. And I was telling one of my teammates in boxing that a lot of times what happens in boxing is also what's happening in your life. You know. So, like, for example, I had a teammate the other day telling me, "Hey, well, what's happening? Because I think too much in the ring, you know, and you can't be thinking in the ring, you know.
Yeah.
If you think in the ring before you know it, boom,
You're not focused.
You got caught.
Your mind isn't on your opponent. You pretty much
So I was telling him, no, like a lot of the times what's happening in boxing is what's happening in real life, you know. And you can't think in the ring. You can't think in the ring. You just gotta do it.
Be very focused.
You just gotta do it.
Focus on the fight. Yeah.
So. Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about life, you know. I always do my best to love my life, you know. I'm thankful for every moment in my life, and that's the good thing about life, that you live and you learn, you know. Sometimes you can look back and you're like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I know that now. So it's like a tool that you have, so that next time something happens, that you can be ready.
So, at what weight class you're boxing at right now?
I'm a big boy.
Big boy.
Yeah.
Big boy.
I'm a heavyweight. Yeah.
Heavyweight, nice.
No, wow.
I know.
I was gonna say, I was like,
what?
So you're in the that would make you in the Tanks division, man.
Yeah, I was like, what is
That would
that?
make you in Tanks division.
Yes,
man.
that's why I like to spar with Tank, because, well, he's a pro, you know. I'm not a pro. That's why I like to spar with Tank, because I get the good feel, you know, of that pro punch, because I'm young, you know, I'm hungry, I'm up and I'm coming. I'm still in the amateurs. Eventually, God first, I'm gonna be in the professionals, which is why I said, you know, Juarez Rolos, if y'all are watching this, you know, I would love to be a part of the team. Eventually, you know, I'm gonna be a professional. So that's why I love sparring with Tank. Tank, not only is he a really good person outside of the ring, in the ring he's also really good. In the ring, he's really good at what he does. He's really good at what he does, and a good thing about Tank too is that he's a southpaw. He's a southpaw, you know. You rarely ever get southpaws. You rarely ever get southpaws. So when I got to spar with him, I'm very happy. I'm very happy with the work that we each got to do with each other. You know what they say, like iron sharpens iron. So yes, I love to spar with Tank. I was just on the phone with him today. He's a great guy.
Awesome. Oh yeah, and the principles also. Yeah. Your principles and his, you know, he's very family oriented.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that he comes out all the time with his kids.
Yeah.
That's awesome. He does. Yeah.
And we like to acknowledge that. We tell them the same thing. Yeah. So I like, you know, that shows a lot. Definitely
shows a lot. Yeah. So when it comes to training, how's the process that it goes to? What's your routine as you prepare for a fight, or as you prepare for this fight?
Yeah.
What was the route that you usually go for?
Yeah. So the thing about me is that I remember, I think we said this earlier. The thing about me is that I'm always training. I'm always training. You know, there's some fighters that they'll say, you know what, I'll only train when I got a fight coming up, which is really understandable, because you need to rest your body. If you don't rest your body,
sometimes the diet.
Yeah,
the diet is the hardest part.
if you don't rest your body, it's not good. So I always make sure that I train 6 days out of the week. 6 days out of the week I'm training, and then Sunday, that's God's day. It's God's day, so just relax. I relax. I tell myself, this day is the day that the Lord has made. To relax, to rejoice. So I tell God, I could work out that day. I could train 7 days a week, but I just have so much faith in the Lord that I tell him, you said this is a day to relax, so I know that in this day you can do much more work than I can. So I just relax. I take my time. I like, for example, yesterday. So I'm getting ready for my fight. Yesterday I went to go watch Captain America: Brave New World. It was a good movie. Just to get my mind off of boxing for a bit. But whenever I'm getting ready for a fight, and just every day, for me, it's training life, bro.
Yeah.
It's not training camp. I always say it's training life. So for me, I'm training 6 days out of the week, and I'll rest the seventh day. I'll do Monday through Friday. It'll be mainly boxing, bro. Mainly boxing. The thing is, why I do mainly boxing, bro, is because, for example, there's some people that don't do like 1 day boxing, 1 day strength and conditioning, 1 day boxing. For me, I mainly do boxing because at the end of the day, it's fighting. When you get in the ring, it's fighting. It's fighting. So I'll do 1 day out of the week strength and conditioning. Because once again, at the end of the day, this is not a running competition. This is fighting. This is fighting.
So you focus on technique.
You pretty much put your more technical.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's mainly what I do. That's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm always doing. I'm a very open guy. There's no need for me to hide anything. So Monday through Friday, I'm boxing. Whether it's hitting the bag or watching notes. I'm just watching tape. I'm sorry, not notes. I'm boxing, and then Saturday.
Watching the VIP notes.
Yeah. And then Saturday, dude, Saturday, I'm getting my strength and conditioning in, whether it's some road work or some weights. I know there's a lot of fighters that don't like to do weights because so the beautiful thing about being a heavyweight, dude, for one, you can eat what you want.
Yes. Yeah,
that's big.
Because your weight class would be anything, right? Anything above a certain.
It's above 200.
Above 200.
Above 200, bro. Above 200, you can fight anybody up to like 400 pounds.
Yeah.
Anybody. So that's the beautiful thing. I was actually joking around with my coach the other day because he has a fight coming up. So he's gonna have to cut some weight, and he was telling me, "Hey, I want you to be with me on the weight cut, so you can see." He goes, "So y'all can see what y'all gonna go through." I'm like, "Coach, I'm a heavyweight. I don't have to cut no weight."
You don't have to do that. and just for curiosity purposes, what class is he?
He's a lightweight. My coach is Johnny Blaze Tapia. Johnny Blaze Tapia.
Wow, really?
He's been in the game for such a long time, and being part of his gym for me is really a blessing from God. It's a blessing from God because when shout out to Johnny Blaze Tapia, shout out to Blazing Boxing Gym. Y'all want to start training, of course, y'all should definitely head over to Blazing Boxing Gym. They'll definitely get you right. So the beautiful thing about when I first started training at Blazing Boxing is that, so I work full time, right? I work full time. God first. Eventually, I'll be a full time boxer. I know that it'll happen, but going back, trusting in God's timing. When I first started in Blazing Boxing Gym, I had to go in the highway. At first, I had to get out of work, right? So here's my life. I wake up. Go to work. Boom. Wake up, get ready. Obviously, gotta brush your teeth. Gotta brush your teeth.
The essentials.
Get the essentials out of the way.
For real, right? So wake up, and get ready. If you brush your teeth, I don't know. I brush my teeth. I don't know everybody else. You go to work, right? Full hour shift. Boom. Full 8 hours. Boom. You get out of work. So here's the thing. A lot of people, they get out of work. Time to chill, right? Time to chill, time to relax, watch some Netflix. That's not my life. My life is I get out of work and I do more work. So I get out of work, boom, go back to the house, go to the boxing gym. So when I first started training in Blazing, it was far. It was far from my house. So it's like I only have so much time to get there and then to train and then to come back because I have to sleep. I got to work a full day. So God is so good to me because he moved the gym really close to my house. Like super close. It's like 5 minutes away.
It's more convenient now.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah, it's like 5-7 minutes away.
You can road work all the way.
Got it work out there.
There you go.
Have the workouts there.
Yeah.
And the best part is that my job, it's right next to my job.
On top of everything.
Oh.
So everything's right around there.
It's like a triangle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like a triangle. My house is right here.
Mhm.
Job, gym. I'm living in a triangle life right now.
And speaking about your gym, who is? I know you spar with Tank, so Tank helps you every now and then. But who else is involved in your training?
Yes. So as far as sparring, pues, you know, I fight anybody. I fight anybody, you know, which is really good because it makes you flexible.
Mhm.
Makes you flexible. It makes you flexible. You know, it's
Different
like
fighting styles.
Different fighting
Yeah.
styles. Yeah, it makes you more
Yeah.
knowledgeable. You can see
all
you
that.
know. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
All that, you know, it's really good because sometimes you can fight a short fighter. Sometimes you fight a tall fighter. Sometimes you fight a fast fighter. It's good. So really, pues, I fight anybody. You know, fight anybody. I don't discriminate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's good, like because for the same reason you get used to different types. You know, sometimes you know fighting somebody shorter than you, somebody taller than you, which I don't know. I don't think you have a problem there.
Yeah.
But even shorter than you, it's a different way of
Yeah,
hitting.
different
different
sense. Be
sense,
like
you know
punching
what I
down. And
I
stuff.
would imagine.
No,
you would
yes.
imagine, yeah.
I mean, I know y'all know. So yes, y'all are right. Y'all, I know y'all are like really big on sports.
Yeah.
So yes, no, y'all really hit the nail on the head. Y'all hit the nail on the head because sometimes you're fighting a short fighter, plus you know you gotta punch down.
Mhm.
But it's actually a beautiful thing because I've actually been sparring a taller
Really?
fighter. Yeah, he's actually taller than me. So it's interesting because most of the time, plus I'm used to having them right there.
Yeah.
You know, so when they're taller, you gotta really
Reach
gotta
out.
get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just gotta.
For real.
Let me at.
Ah!
Let me
You gotta
at.
do the old fisticuff and everything.
Hey, what?
Yes, no. So God is really good to me. You know, if I'm gonna leave here, if y'all are gonna take anything from me, it's that God is really good. God is so good to me. You know, I have to say it. You know, God is so good to me. So that's why I'm happy. You know.
No, that's
Nice,
good.
nice,
That's
yeah,
good. No, that's good. Definitely.
So yeah, so I have the gym super close. My life is basically a triangle life. Check it out. So my house is right here, gym is right here, and then once the house is right here, work is right here. You know, go to work, go back, and then go to the gym. Just triangle life.
And do it all over again.
Yeah.
Except Sundays.
Yeah.
No, but that's good. It's also good, like you said, because also for many different purposes, of course. On top of that, on top of the reason why you do it, but also for you to rest, also to get your head straight too.
Mhm.
Sometimes relax, and sometimes all that could take a toll on you.
Definitely, yeah.
Mhm.
All that can take a toll on you mentally and physically.
Yeah, that's why the sad thing is that a lot of the thing is that it's not just with boxing, but it's life, you know.
Oh,
It's a marathon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, some people say, you know what, I quit. You know, some people say, well, I'm gonna stick it through. You know, that's the thing about life. You know, I'm very, very young. I don't know anything, but I do like to take a lot of notes. I like to take a lot of notes, and the thing about me is a lot of times I get real frustrated. You know, like I was saying right now, you know, I'm very I try to force things a lot. So what I'm realizing is that life is a marathon.
Enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
You must enjoy the journey, because if not, then you get to your destination and you're like, oh, you know, it was about the whole ride all the way there.
It's a journey.
Yeah, so I'm learning, you know, I'm young. I have a lot to learn in life, you know, and I'm happy. I'm happy to be learning. I'm happy to know that I don't know everything, because a lot of times, sometimes I still even think that I know everything, but I know I don't. So I always try to be positive in my life, you know. I believe that if you're a positive person, good things happen in your life. You know, if you're a good person, good things happen. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
I agree. What goes around comes around.
Completely, yeah. And I see you've gotten a belt out of
Yes.
hard train. It's like you said, proof of the pudding.
Yes.
Definitely, yeah. So man, that May 2nd, you said your next fight is gonna be.
It's going to be March the 28th.
Oh, March
28th.
28th.
March
March
28th.
28th.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
because that
coming.
one was the one that got canceled,
That's the one
right?
that got
Unfortunately.
canceled.
Yeah, it got canceled March 28th. March 28th. It's going to be in San Antonio. San
And
Antonio.
We'll go ahead and put. We'll go ahead and keep in contact, so we can go ahead and put all that up on our site.
Yes,
so that
ladies
way
and
we could go ahead and make sure we support you.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. March 28th. It's going to be in San Antonio, and Brian Superman Ramos will be fighting.
Yeah.
So actually, if we can, you know, because we were talking about superheroes right now before y'all came into the conversation.
Yeah.
We were talking about superheroes, and so sometimes a lot of people ask me like, "Where'd you get the name Superman?" You know. So at the time, once again, God's timing is so beautiful. God's timing is so beautiful because at the time, me and my dad, we were like thinking like, because everybody has a boxing name, you know.
Yeah,
everybody has a boxing name. Everybody has a boxing like Canelo.
Yeah.
You almost think that his birth certificate says Canelo, but his name is Saul.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's all you know. You don't know anything else. Nobody says, "Hey, Saul." You know?
Everybody knows him by Canelo.
Yeah. So at the time, me and my dad, we were thinking like, what's gonna be my boxing name? You know, because boxing name is like really sticks to you. You know. So I was just walking around the gym and I had the kids started calling me Superman, which is it's real cool. You know, I grew up on Marvel and DC.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a huge Marvel guy. I'm a huge DC guy. So when the kids started calling me Superman, and then I had a couple other adults there. This is all in different times. You know, it didn't happen all in one day. You know, oh, Superman. No. Like one day, a couple kids started calling you Superman. I walked in on the gym a couple days after. You know, a guy tells me, "Hey, bro, you look like Superman." I'm like, "Yeah, like the Temu version, the dollar store version." Yeah, you know, I'll take it. You know, Temu.
Like, thanks.
If you close one eye and you squint, I do.
The dark room. The dark room, maybe.
A little abstract, but it's all right.
You just gotta believe.
It'll do.
In a Picasso painting, maybe you know, everything is broken down. So yeah, so they were like, "Hey, you know, you look like Superman." It was being the Marvel guy that I am, you know, the DC guy that I am. I was like, "Oh,
you loved it."
I'm taking it. I'm running.
You felt the calling toward you. You're like, yeah.
I'm taking it and I'm running with it.
Yeah, the man of steel.
I'm more like the man of plastic. Yeah.
But that's cool. That's nice. That's so cool.
Yes, I was really happy when they gave me that name because growing up, it's because all my life. Here's the thing. So a lot of people have been boxing their whole life, but I can't say that. You know, I just started boxing 4 years ago. So some people may view that as a disadvantage.
Yeah.
So the thing is I've been fighting my whole life. You know, I've been fighting my whole life. And I'm happy that I'm here because of course, you know, I also have a story to tell. You know, right now we're in times where you see like a lot of things going on with deportation and stuff like that, you know. So I was telling y'all, you know, I come from Mexico. And I came here when I was 5. And I came here undocumented, you know. So that's why I say I've been fighting my whole life, you know. I may not be a boxer my whole life, but at the end of the day, boxing is fighting, you know. And I've been fighting and I've been overcoming my whole life. That's why I have no problem stepping in there with anybody that's been boxing their whole life, dude. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been fighting my whole life, you know. I've been overcoming my whole life. I've been through the struggle, you know. But once again, God is so good to me. And so when they gave me the name of Superman, I was really happy because growing up, my favorite Marvel character. I mean, I watched all the Tobey Maguire movies growing up. Spider-Man.
Of course, Spider-Man. Yeah.
Which, if you don't mind me asking y'all, who's your favorite Spider-Man?
Me, I'm gonna be honest with you. I really have a little bit on everybody, but because I love how Andrew Garfield, the look.
Me too.
The look.
I think it was the Sony. The way that Sony made it super cold. Yeah.
But I love the quick nips that Tobey Maguire says.
Little quips.
Like the little quips. Yeah. Oh, he's got me gonna cry. I love his little, little things, little words that he says. I love that. So each one, like between them two, I love different things about them. But of course, Tobey Maguire was first, so I would have to go with Tobey.
From all three, you take Tobey?
I would take Tobey.
I think I'll take Tobey as well.
Yeah? Why you take Tobey over?
Because it was the first superhero movie. Honestly, it'd be for me, enjoy because Spider-Man, along with Batman's one of my favorite ones.
Batman, I would say.
Yeah, but I always but this time it's Spider-Man, so it's not.
Another thing is Venom because they brought in Venom. The third one, I was like, what?
Although they didn't do it justice.
Tell
Tell
me
me, Brock,
about it.
yeah.
That's a whole other can of worms.
That's but it was really interesting to bring it that early. You know, either way. I mean, back then with all the everything they had, the creativity. You know, the different graphics. You know, it wasn't the same time. I mean, it was interesting.
If you don't mind me asking, why do you think they don't do it justice?
Honestly, I believe the way it was written and also the direction that it was, that they told the director to put Venom, but he didn't know anything about Venom. He only had knowledge.
Really, Sam Raimi?
He only had knowledge to a certain amount of villains that he liked, and Venom wasn't one. So that's why he wrote him as like a real side character.
And you see what I didn't like. I know that they didn't follow the storyline with Goblin, with Hobgoblin.
Yeah.
But I really did like that he went ahead. What I didn't like though is how they got. Well, he unalived himself.
He blew himself up.
Yeah, and I would say for me,
no, he didn't actually technically blow himself up. He kind of like
sacrificed himself.
I would say for me, my favorite one was Garfield. I really like Garfield. It's because I like the way Sony does their movies. I like the way how they make it look so cold and really HD, almost 4K. I really liked it. So for Marvel, that was growing up. That was my favorite, Super Spider-Man.
And you see, Sony brought up something which was Gwen, that was new. But not only that, her death. Her death, like,
which I expected. What I expected in the Maguire one, because Mary Jane Watson's the new Gwen, so I guess they're gonna go with that route. But no, they
went a different completely.
They always like, will she? No.
But I like the courage that they had to go ahead and do that, because a lot of films, maybe if it wasn't Sony, I don't think that they would have killed Gwen. I don't think they would have. I think they would have stuck in with her being alive and just continued the whole story with her.
Yeah, the way she was gone, gone was crazy.
Yeah,
but it really fit the movie, because the thing about Sony is, so here's the thing about Sony, they make it so dramatic. That's what I love. You know, I like that drama. You know.
Yeah.
Well, it was in the comic book. Yeah.
The feeling.
I love it.
It's because it's Spider-Man. That's why everybody likes it, because you can relate. The hardships, everything, the growth, and everything, and everything that he goes through. It's very relatable. A lot of things is relatable.
That's a lot of where I like Spider-Man growing up. My favorite Spider-Man. Yeah, I was Andrew Garfield, and then for DC, it was Batman.
Which Batman? Now we're getting it.
They're all good in their own
into the nitty gritty, huh?
Yeah.
No, I watched the Christian Bale one like as a kid, like on repeat. It was on repeat.
I gotta say, the villains, I feel like they did more of the movie than I mean, you got the Joker, Keith Ledger.
But the Joker still movie.
What can people say? I mean, it's still out there. And then Bane also.
That's the thing about Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy steals it. That's why they gave him the Venom movies, which the Venom movies, a lot of mixed feelings about them. For me, I'm a simple guy. If I see Marvel, I like it, but I get why they're very picky on them. I watched the last Venom, The Last Dance, which was pretty good. Let me tell you why I thought it was good. I know a lot of people. There's always gonna be opinions.
Yeah,
if you do something, there's always gonna be opinions. I liked it just because of all the symbiotes. I thought that was real cool. Types. I really liked that. Yeah, and that was mainly the ones that I really grew up with. You want
to know something? I always imagined Carnage, and I always loved the a live adaptation. The perfect character to play Carnage for me was always Jim Carrey.
Wow, that would have been good.
Yeah, right. I always pictured Jim Carrey being Carnage.
I forgot who they chose. For
Woody Harrelson.
That was good too. It was
good. I just felt something about Jim Carrey, like the way he is, his acting is very, I just thought he would have been a perfect Carnage.
He would be a good Joker too. I think he would be a good Joker too. I'm excited for the Joker that's gonna come with Barry Keoghan. I'm really excited. I don't know if y'all watched The Penguin. Did y'all watch The Penguin?
I've never got a chance to watch it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't had the chance because I totally forgot about it. But I loved how his acting was in the movie.
Yeah.
Y'all
I loved
gotta
his acting
watch
on
it.
the movie.
It's binge worthy. I'm not gonna act here. And I'm not gonna lie like I watched one episode. No, I binged it all. That's how
The
good it
one
is.
one,
Yeah.
that's how you know the series is
You
good.
wait for it to finish, and you're like, bam. One
Yeah.
night, you watch it completely.
Yeah, no, I had to watch it all in one time, and yeah, it was really good. I I have I hope that eventually I'll get some opportunities to make something happen. In the movie industry. Of course, I would love to. I would love to, especially in the superhero scene.
That'd be cool.
Which is why I'm sticking to the Brian Superman Ramos, because I love all that. I love all that.
And you know what? Better yet, it's better to come from a fan.
Yeah. But with that determination that you have as, Superman with the hands of steel.
There you go. Hey, there you go.
These things are more like hands of plastic, man.
You gotta believe it. You gotta believe. You gotta believe that that's heart. You got that heart. You have that soul and drive
So
to continue fighting.
so that's actually a big reason why I'm bringing up the superheroes, because growing up watching Christian Bale's Batman, that just put something deep into my heart, because you have fighters like Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. They're straight up, and I'm a very nice guy. At least I would like to think so, right?
Oh, you are.
But I'm very honest. I'm very honest, and I fight for the money. I fight for the money.
Everybody needs a piece of the cake, man.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunately that's what we need to survive. And you know what? Hey, nobody does things for free. You know what I mean?
No.
Everybody, and that's not a crime, and that doesn't make you a bad person. It's just, it makes you real. You're saying it and you're being honest.
I fight for the money because you have fighters like Conor McGregor that are really straight up. They say, I fight for the money, and really, really watching Christian Bale's Batman, his life, his day-to-day life, that lit up a fire in me that said, I will have that life.
And you see, I've noticed like Christian Bale, for example, he's done different movies, not only Batman, but
American Psycho.
Yeah, no. Apart from good movies,
are y'all big movie? Y'all must be big movie buffs, right? Kind of.
I'm more of a superhero. That's why
superhero buff.
I watch
Same,
yeah.
But more than anything, like his determination for him doing, like he did The Mechanic. I believe it was The Mechanic.
No, that was a mechanic.
Before
he was like at 110, no?
And
like 110.
And then he went back up to go ahead and do Batman. Like he does what he needs to do for that, and for his fans on top of that, because he knows that his fans are going to be go ahead and doing that, or looking at him and doing that, the determination that he has with that. I mean, so that's another thing that I want to point out because of his acting. You know what I mean? I know his determination.
Same thing when you were like Vice, no?
And
he lost it for
for
which movie he lost it for, but he lost all that weight as well too.
Yeah.
I feel like that's putting fans first, because he does what he needs to, because he knows what fans want, what fans are going to do, and he does what he can do to come out in other movies, which is
yeah. So that's why I fight. I'm not gonna. I have a passion. I have a really strong passion for the sport. When I'm done boxing, I'm definitely gonna be a coach, but I fight for the money. I fight so that I have
survival.
But not just for survival. Yes, for survival, but so that I can have, Conor McGregor said it best. He said, I fight so that I have more money that I know what to do with. So I'm being honest. I fight so that I have more money that I know what to do with. I want my grandkids to be wealthy.
you want to lay the foundation so that way you can better and better and better and better. So,
I really as something that's really, really important to me, coming from where we come from, is for me is I really study a lot of generational wealth. I like to study generational wealth and investing, which is why I'm really big on Floyd Mayweather. If you see Floyd Mayweather, I'm sure y'all have seen his story. Floyd Mayweather came from the really bottom, but I'm happy, I'm happy to see him where he's at right now. Happy birthday to Floyd Mayweather. I'm happy to see where he's at right now because he's at the top of the world. He deserves it. So when you see people like that, inspires you. And that's why I really like the Batman movie. New York, Lamborghini, all that.
No, but it sees you're determined to make it big and to put all your skill, put all your heart into it. And that's what's needed to be a fighter as well too. To have that heart, to have that passion for it, and you seen it, and like I said, proof is in the pudding, and you're determined, and we wish you nothing but luck on your next
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you very
in the
much.
next fight,
Yeah.
and we want to have you again back
definitely.
after your fight. We want to go ahead and
yeah.
have you.
Yes, I hope to be a regular on this show.
Definitely.
I really from the moment I saw both of you, back in Tank's fight, I don't know y'all. I just met y'all, but I saw from the moment that I saw both of y'all that y'all are good people and nice people. That's why I'm happy that I was able to get with y'all. Tailgate 956, ladies and gentlemen.
Appreciate that.
We
Appreciate that.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, before we wrap this up, do you want to once again plug in your YouTube shows and your social media links so they could follow you also on the journey?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, once again, my name is Brian Superman Ramos, ladies and gentlemen. I'm an up-and-coming heavyweight boxer. I'm 24 years old, and you guys are more than welcome to check me out on YouTube, Brian Ramos Show, BRYAN RAMOS Show. That is on my YouTube. You can check out all my sparrings. You can check out my first fight, and I uploaded a review on Captain America: Brave New World on there. So it's my life, You're just gonna come into my life. I want y'all to be a part of my life. If y'all want to check me out on Instagram, BRYAN like November, IRZ, Brian IRZ, and Twitter too. I would really like for y'all to follow me on Twitter, TRONS. It's N like November, Trons_cat. Facebook is Brian Isaac Ramos, ladies and gentlemen. I'm rocking with y'all. I'm a man of the people, and I'm rocking with y'all. I hope that y'all are rocking with me. I'm really happy to be a part of Tailgate 956, and I'm sure this is not gonna be my last time here.
No, definitely not.
Definitely won't. Well, guys, it wraps up another awesome episode of Tailgate 956. Once again, I'm Rene Garza Jr.
Freddy Guevara.
And
Brian Superman Ramos, ladies and gentlemen.
we'll see you